All right, and we're back with another major event to discuss. I did a little tweaking to the storyline, things that I think are honestly pretty cool. And it's sort of a coin toss, so I hope that what I want to show you happens. It literally is 50-50. I made it so it's a 50-50 chance. And then I want to talk about this idea I had. I haven't streamed actually for a little bit because I was sort of formulating what do I really want to do with my game. So with that being said, let's just jump right into this. I made it so. Oh, can you hear that? Is that audio off? I'm not picking up any of this. I wonder why. Okay. I'll show you this and then we can start getting into the audio stuff. So I'll just play something else. Okay, so one changes. The rival comes out and says, the professor says, "Oh, don't worry about it. I was talking with your neighbor about, like, he says your neighbor wants to become a Pokemon professor." And then you name your rival. Yeah, this is it. Don't worry about being too late. A and I had a lot to talk about. Turns out he wants to be a Pokemon professor someday. Before I give you a Pokemon, let me catch you up to speed. And you say, "No info needed." He says, "All right, come with me." He gives you spiel. "Thanks for waiting. I'm a traveling professor. I study regional effects on Pokemon. Specifically, I study how Pokemon adapt their abilities to new environments. That's why I need your help. I have 2 Pokemon that are new to this region. I hatched both of them while here. I hope to see something special. Can you raise these Pokemon? Thank you. Why don't you choose first, Juice?" And then rival comes in, says, "I was here first. I should get first choice." He says, "Okay, that's only fair." Puts the Pokeballs down. Rival looks at him, picks one, and he says, "It's your turn, Juice, and you get..." Okay, in this case, it's Slackoth. I'll do it again later in stream, but there's a 50-50 shot that you actually get your rival's Pokemon that you switch. And this is, yeah, this is the new line. There's one more person I need to see. So now you know, like, okay, there's someone else up north that the professor's going to see, and that does tie into the story. So he runs off and he says, "Let's see whose Pokemon's better," and you battle him. So I wanted players to have the diversity of I wanted the players to have the diversity of having 2 different starters, so that, like, okay, but I still wanted, like, I still thought you being late was an intricate part of the game, and that your rival getting first choice is part of why you sort of have an animosity towards your rival, and so I just randomized it. So you may have to reset, but you see the dialogue. It takes like literally a minute to get into the game. And it's a 50-50 shot, so you're probably going to get it in 2 tries. And then it says, and now I gave him an insult. And the insult changes based on what Pokemon you have. But he says, "I thought it was fitting that you got the Slackoth, considering how long it took you to get out of bed. Good thing I brought a revive. I'm always ready. See you around, Juice." And then he walks off. And I'll get rid of that flash. We don't need that black flash. And then we can go. And so now I'll show you the second part of the game that I'm gonna do, which is, if you go north, I added this building, and this is where you're gonna meet the other guy. Your professor went up to the traveling professor went up here to give another kid a Pokemon, and it's interesting because so you have 2 kids now in the region traveling. You have your rival who wants to become a professor, and you have this kid who lives in a mansion. Okay, and so some interesting points I want to say, I guess, before I get too far. I sort of felt like when I made all of the events we've been working on that I was remaking Pokemon Yellow, and it didn't help that I had Oak and Gary as the sprites. But I was just looking at it and I was like, you're late. Ash is late. Because you're late, you don't get to choose your Pokemon. Your rival's obnoxious. Like, the only thing missing is that the rival isn't related to the professor. And so I was like, I need to change this. And I realized, wait a second. I really like having a jerk rival. Like, I think it's a lot of fun. It evokes a lot of emotion to have an absolute jerk that you have to interact with all the time. But my second favorite archetype in Pokemon, like friends and rivals, is the friend who's like a little unsure of themselves and gets confident as they go through. Like, I want to say it's Bianca, is that her name? In Gen 5. And then in Gen 3, you also have that happen. And so I was thinking, what if I just do something like that? Because, like, they have those characters, a common trait in Pokemon for those friends you have is they have overbearing parents. And so my thought is, the rival, first interaction with the rival, you'll think they're a huge jerk, but as you play the game, you start to realize that, like, their family doesn't support them. And and I'll make the events, if you go talk to the only other people that live in your town that just have a normal house and aren't, like, fulfilling a job, would be his parents. And they're going to essentially be like, we're a small region. We don't have a Pokemon lab. There's no future career path for you if you go into, like, professors. But there are 8 gyms. Like, you should try and be a gym leader. And so he's going to be in sort of like this limbo between him and his family, where he's like, I want to do this, and his family's like, no, you should do that. Which leads me to what I want to show you next. After you beat the game, so after you beat the Elite Four, your rival will be sponsored by a member of the Elite Four, and will essentially say, like, hey, like, I'll help. We, like, this region is growing. It needs its own research. Like, I'll help back you, because I assume the Elite Four, it's a career. I assume they have the money for this. They'll be like, I'll be also, like, I will invest in your company as a professor. And so that happens at the end, and the house is gone. The mansion's gone. And instead you get these construction people. And they're like, I'm not a construction worker. I'm a I need to change that. Demolition man. Completely different. And then this guy, I don't know what they're going to build here, but I sure know where all this rubble is going. And so the house is knocked down. And then we go all the way down here. Pokemon Lab. Whatever post-game, and I haven't written it out, whatever post-game happens results in this. Look at that. And so then post-game you'll get to go in here, and he'll give you, like, the other Pokemon that you didn't get. I copied and pasted the gym entrance, which is why it takes you to the gym. But yeah, and I'm super excited about this, because I think it'll be a really, really cool, like, way to explore the game. And it's also significant because we're introducing a second character, and the second character lives in this mansion, right? This, which you can't see now, but I just showed you how it interacts in game. All of these different moving parts. And so I want these guys to turn back to the way they're facing after talking to you, so I'm just making it so they turn. They have a... custom path where they just keep looking up every so often, or the direction they were. So now we get to talk about this guy, okay? And we're actually just gonna make his house, which is gonna be interesting. Nor Mansion. And this is gonna be interesting. Well, I think it is. I'm biased. I think all of this is interesting. Where essentially this kid, I should actually make it a girl. She's in a bind because her parents also sort of have like this, like she's also in rebellion is I guess what I'm going for here. But I think her rebellion is going to be even more thematic because she wants to like get out of the house and like live a normal life, and her parents are just like no, and this is where it fits in thematically with what I'm going for. If you haven't noticed, I've talked about this before, I have a lot of normal type Pokemon. Like your starters are normal type, and I'm gonna build a lot of normal type Pokemon into this game. And that's by design. I wanted to. It was like when I sat down and I was like, I want to figure out how to make an open world Pokemon game. I was like, thematically, what should I make it? I'm like, well, if this is just like a test game, I should just make it. I should just embrace the normalcy of it and just make it about normal type people or normal type Pokemon. I'm not going to do this tile set. It doesn't have a kitchen or a bed or any of that stuff. But yeah, I really like, I was like, okay, I'm going to figure out how to do this. I'm just going to make it normal themed. And so with that, I'm like, well, you're going to get normal type Pokemon, but I'll tweak them so they're a little bit more interesting. And then I was like, what else could I do? And this is where I hit on the theme where I was like, you know what? It'd be really interesting if there's a character who sort of like Prince and the Pauper sort of deal is like, no, I want to know what normal life is like. Like I've had a butler do everything for me. Like I'm gonna run away, and that's really like what they do with the professor. And I want to show like Pokemon empower people in this game, in that they give people opportunities that they otherwise wouldn't have. And so for this girl, it's gonna be like this Pokemon is my ticket out. In the same way that the boy is like, this Pokemon is my opportunity to really become a professor. To really study Pokemon and do what I really want to do with my life. And so yeah, so I haven't ironed out the details of the second character's journey, other than she's running away from home. And we'll see really how that develops as I go. This should be a big house. I had a lot to say, so I appreciate you guys just sticking with it while I ranted for a second there. Right, this is gonna be a big house, and the entrance is dead center, so let's make sure this is symmetrical. It is symmetrical. Yeah. And what are the best windows I can put in this place? And like the best stairs and like the best kitchen. Like these people are actually gonna have like a house, you know? You know what I'm saying? I know all the other Pokemon houses are sort of like half a house. These are big windows. Please tell me they fit. Yes. The problem is they're not symmetrical. Do you see how they slant off to one side? That's so dumb. Maybe I'll be selective in where those go. And for now, I will go something smaller. Okay. Um. Wow, I just realized I could do something like this and really make it feel like its own second space. The problem is I already centered the room. I hate how that sync like gets in the way of that, but the alternative is just to have this just end. Can I do that? Is that legal? There you go. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm breaking the rules. So, the trailer for Spider-Man 3 came out. And, I guess I should preface this. I used to be like pretty snobby about movies, in all honesty. Like if some movie didn't like appeal to some like higher thematic meaning, then I was like, what a waste of time. I have too many things to do, like make Pokemon games. I got off topic there. But I think it really happened with I think it really happened. I think the change really came due to the sequels, the Star Wars sequel trilogy, where I like had to take a step back and be like, you know what? These movies make a lot of mistakes, while also fully recognizing that I enjoyed them. And it sort of made me realize, like, how do I frame the movie-going experience? And I essentially realized that how I was framing them was, I think, overly critical. And so now I've stepped back and I've been like, what is the movie trying to do? Or like, you know, I'm going to watch a movie about aliens punching demons. Do I really expect this to have some weighty message to it? Some like heart-wrenching drama? And it's like, no, I don't think really like anyone would. And so that's helped frame it a lot. So anyways, back to Spider-Man. I recognize fully that the Marvel movies can be very formulaic. I honestly, I take no issue with that. It's accurate, right? These movies all, I think the biggest expression of this complaint is like the movie villains are are not very compelling. And it's like, yeah, a lot of the first movie, whenever like a new hero's introduced, their first movie is essentially like, what if they had to fight someone going through the exact same struggle that they're going through right now, right? And you're like, okay, well, you're kind of giving it away, man. Like, unremarkable one movie villains, right? And I think that's just one example of it, but I think a lot of people recognize that, like, if you've seen one Marvel movie, you get a flavor of what every Marvel movie is like. They all sort of fit into this samey humor and like pacing and similar conflicts, right? So I fully recognize that. And so what I've done is sort of stepped away because I found that it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to criticize these movies, like anyone can come along and be like, oh wow, Iron Man 1 through 3 were all identical. And because of that, I've taken a step back and been like, you know what? At the end of the day, there's no like depth that you can really like, you know, put a stake in the ground and say like, this is where I stand. They are just for fun. And I think that has made it a lot easier to just enjoy things, because I'm not like going out of my way to to like bag on any of these ideas. And so I think that's definitely helped me. But that being said, that's a really long way of getting to I'm excited for Spider-Man 3. I am beyond excited for what they've done with the multiverse and how they're doing what I've dreamed of, which is let's use the multiverse to pull in past like Spider-Man villains. That is awesome. That is, yeah, I absolutely love that. That is great. I'm all for it. Is this layout so far adequately conveying that this is like a nicer house than what you usually see in the world of Pokemon? That table's too big. There we go. Ooh, banger alert. Watch out. Is there still that channel that's streaming? Yeah, it's streaming every day until the Diamond and Pearl remakes are released. That guy better still be going. Yeah, I'm super excited, and here's the kicker for me. I'm super excited for this because every Spider-Man movie franchise for the last 2 decades has just been cursed. They just can't get to. They can't hold their audience. That's why we've had 3 Spider-Man reboots in 20 years. Like, the only other superhero who's had that many reboots, I want to say, is like Batman, Superman, and the Hulk. X-Men has not reboot. They did the soft reboot, which was a great movie. But they didn't do like a serious, like we're changing everything, you know? They decided to do like a prequel thing that they then tied into the current one. It was pretty cool that they took on something that aggressive and it didn't blow up in their faces, like you'd expect it to. But anyways, slightly off topic. Yeah, and all of these previous Spider-Mans have always tried to build to the Sinister Six, right? They've all just been like, all right, guys, like this is what the fans want. They gotta see it. You gotta establish 6 Spider-Man villains, and it's amazing that they always try to do this because those like 6 Spider-Man, like that aggressive approach to the franchises has almost always been what has caused them to lose their charm. Where it's like, it's Spider-Man and now he has way too many villains to put in one movie. And so I think it's a pretty common complaint that people have, where they're like, Spider-Man 3 had too many villains. Same thing with Spider-Man 2, Andrew Garfield's one, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I guess is what it's called. They're like, there are too many villains. They look like there's too much going on. You're juggling too much. You can't really spend a lot of time fleshing anything out. You're just moving and moving and moving. But because they are just bringing back other franchise villains, they don't have to spend a lot of the leg room, like a lot of the runtime, reestablishing like who Green Goblin is or who Doc Ock is. I mean, they'll do brief introductions for sure. They have to, but it's not going to get like, you know, Doc Ock isn't going to get the depth of a story arc that we saw in Spider-Man 2. You know, there's just not enough time to do that. Man, Gen 5 had a great soundtrack. Yeah, and so I'm really excited about that aspect of it. Because I think it's the first, it's the closest we're gonna see Spider-Man getting to the Sinister Six since Spider-Man was in cinemas back in 2000. I just think about it and I'm like, you're gonna have Green Goblin, William Dafoe Green Goblin, by the way, Doc Ock. I wish I remember the actor's name, but he's also great in his role. And then you still have Vulture, so you're going to be halfway there with this movie. And they already sort of hinted at a second Mysterio, right? Mysterio has that assistant who does all of the visual effects, run off with the laptop, and they like make sure that they show him doing that. So they've already set up like Mysterio, and so you're already at your 4 villains. And they killed off Electro in the first Spider-Man Homecoming. And so there you go. You got 4 of these people. You have 4 of the Sinister Six that you could use. And suddenly it's like, and this is the thing that Marvel's always done. Marvel's always been a little bit more willing to pace their character introductions. And so you're going to be you're going to have 4 potential villains that you can reference that people already have established canon with. And so you just need like 2 more and then you're there. And then you can do, so we're talking about the Sinister Six. I would be just head over heels if they didn't just like do the Sinister Six, but set it up in a way where, they didn't do the Sinister Six in the Spider-Man movie, but they gave the Sinister Six their own movie. That would be so cool. If they build the Sinister Six up to basically be like the Suicide Squad, that would be incredible. That would be, man, I would die. I just it would finally just a movie of the supervillains, you know? Because, and again, this goes to what I was saying at the beginning. Marvel sort of has it sort of struggles with keeping its villains around. A lot of villains die off in their introductory movie. The only villains who do stick around are the ones that are like, okay, we need these guys to stay around because they're going to be the big bad and they're going to survive for 8 movies before they punch the Avengers. So yeah, I hope villains continue to stick around, but it is hard. It's super hard to write a satisfactory conclusion. Like this is an interesting problem that superheroes have. It's like, how do superheroes murder? What is their approach to murder? It's sort of like this thing that a lot of superheroes get a lot of mileage out of, where they're just like, Batman has his no-kill rule, and that's why Gotham is just always going to have a bunch of maniacs running around in it. And there's nothing you can do about it, like, sucks to suck. It's like a persistent problem for Gotham. And like, you know, Spider-Man's a kid, and so you don't want Spider-Man murdering people for like his movie climaxes. So of course you have like Mysterio die on his own sword. Well, I mean, sorry, get shot by his own drones. Similar to how Green Goblin stabs himself with his little goblin wing, a goblin mobile. It's not called that. Right? This person gets a laptop because they are wealthy, if that was not immediately obvious. Those chairs don't line up with the laptop in a convincing way. I think I'm just fresh out of luck on what to do here. Whatever, we'll do that. Yeah, so it will be interesting to see. What if I do that? Does that actually work? Does that just look awful? Am I going insane? I am going crazy. I don't think that worked. I don't think it has a good ending piece. I could do one of these, which has like a distinct ending piece. Nah. I'm getting too up in the details about this. This is going to be the owner of the mall, by the way. The owner of the mall needs something else in his room, though. I think the kids' room has enough happening in it. But I'm not sure what else I can really do for the other room to fill it up. I wish this freaking window was just centered. It is driving me insane. Sure. Okay, what pieces do we got? We got books. We got packages. We got trees. We got lab equipment. I mean, I think I will do something like this. Nah. I'm running out of time to figure this out. Just spinning my gears, not seeing any particular piece. Maybe my wall idea wasn't so bad. See, the problem is I need something that can go in the middle and also like stand independent, and I don't think there's a lot of pieces that have this in it. Yeah, I think I'm stuck with that wall, so I can't do what I really want to do. What do rich people have in their bedrooms, guys? Comment down below if you are wealthy. What do you do to make your bedroom look not poor? That's what we need. Just gold nuggets. Just gold nuggets just lying on the floor. That's how rich people do what they do. I'm gonna just go insane if I keep staring at these tile sets. Sure. I'm not gonna pursue it past that. That's just it. That's it. Okay, let's get the events in for teleporting in and out of this building. Let's run it, see how it works. Oh. Door. I think it's right there. And now we're here, and this will take you here. We'll have to make the Pokemon Lab after this, because that's this. This is the Pokemon Lab. Okay, let's walk around it. Let's see that it does what it should do. And I'll figure out why audio is not working for this. I figured it out. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Big mansion. Big mansion. Wealthy man. Wealthy man or woman. Owns them all. Let's go in. Let's invade their house. Let's check their garbage. It's pretty good garbage. They have a phone. They have a television. They have a full kitchen table. Okay. And, oh, what am I doing? I didn't put the stairs in. Okay, but the nice thing is you can't see to the upstairs, so we'll cheat. Don't tell anyone. Look, they have the little, like, mat at the top and bottom of the stairs, because they're rich. Here you go. I shouldn't be able to walk on... Oh, I can because the bed tile set's on top of the planter box, so it negates that. Yeah, same thing with the bed. Shoot, my other houses probably have that. Okay, so I need to put the stairs in. That's no bueno. Okay, I'll make you teleport one space down. There you go. There you go. Mansion. Mansion works. We need to do the stairs thing. But there's actually something more important we need to do. Right here. We want the plant tile set to be prominent. So we're going to put it here. And get this. Make it invisible. And we're just going to put it right here and right here. So any place that we don't want you to walk. Which, now that I am thinking about it, probably have the same thing here. So let's just throw it there too. Sweet. Okay. Well, we built out that house. It functions in a pretty slick way, I think. We'll need to make the event for when you actually go up there and start talking with the professor and with the parents that don't want their kid to go on the adventure, and we'll see how that develops. As always, thanks for watching. Catch you next stream.